Hello friend, this is Sanjay Kumar, founder and creator of SelectorsHub. Welcome back. I'm creating this tutorial with version 4.4.9 with all the latest features of SelectorsHub. I hope this will be very helpful for you guys to learn all about SelectorsHub and all the features of it, how it can be useful for you guys and how you can install and what all things are there. So quickly let's jump into it. You just have to go to selectorshub.com and there you will find the very first link of SelectorsHub. SelectorsHub is a free browser plugin which is very helpful to solve all kinds of XPath related problems, CSS Selector related problem, Playwright selectors, and any kind of selectors related problem, I would say. And all kinds of web elements, DOM elements, you can handle it, you can learn about them. You would be able to solve every kinds of problem like shadow DOM, iframe, SVG elements, dynamic invisible element, XPath and CSS selectors, error handling you can learn, and each and everything. So this is very helpful from the learning perspective as well. So let's see this, how you can install it. Click on this install button and it will take you to the page of SelectorsHub. So here you can read all the documentation and everything. This is very simple, just 3 steps. Very first step is like for whichever browser you want to install, click on that. Let's say for Chrome, mostly people are using it on Chrome. So here in you can see that it's featured by Chrome Store as well, and we follow all the terms and conditions of Chrome Store's regulations. And this is 5-star rated, and like more than 100k people are using, actually like 120k plus. This just shows the like 100k only. Click on add to Chrome to add it to your browser, add extension, and this got successfully added in your browser. And here after adding it in your browser, you will see that the default by default the logo will not come here. So here you click and pin it to toolbar, and there you see. So now SelectorsHub has been added in your browser. So if you open any website, let's say we open selectorshub.com, after adding it in your browser, where you will find it, yes, of course, this is the logo you will find, and you can click here, you will see certain information is there. So this is not how you use it. And in fact, like as soon as you right click and you see that there is a SelectorsHub option, but not this is the way. You have to right click. Let's say we want to generate selector for products, click and click on inspect. There on the left side you will see this elements tab, and on the right side there are a couple of tabs are there. So here SelectorsHub will be the last tab. Click on these 2 arrow and this SelectorsHub is the last tab here. So this is how it used to open. Now let us zoom in so that like it will be better visible. So this is how SelectorsHub used to open, and this is how you can see it here. And the element, whichever element will be inspected here in the DOM, you will see that the selectors are generated for that particular element. And if you scroll, you will find a lot of information here. So this is the currently inspected element, which is products, and here you will see that all the like selectors are generated here. So the very first is relative CSS selector, then relative XPath, index-based XPath, test-trigger path, jQuery, JS path, all possible selectors will be generated and showing here. So this is how you can open SelectorsHub. Basically first step we install, and then you can open and find the information here. Now let us go to practice page to learn all the features about SelectorsHub and different kinds of web elements. So you see that this is a practice page. This is very helpful page. Here you will find all kinds of different kinds of like complex element and everything. So let's inspect the very first element, this, which is a simple one. So here as soon as you inspect, it used to show you the CSS selector, relative XPath, index based XPath. Test trigger path is basically the name for this element, like enter email, this is for enter email field, this will be password field, like that. Then jQuery JS path, you also get ID, and their occurrences you will get it here. So you will see that what is the how many occurrences are there for input tag, there are 31. Likewise here for every selector, this it shows the as an occurrence. Now whichever XPath or selector you want to copy, you just click on this copy button here to copy the CSS selector, copy to this relative XPath, just click on this. You can also click on anywhere here till this area, till this header area, to copy the value. If you want to edit this value, you can click on this to edit this value and verify like this. So that also you can do. So this is how we get the auto generated selectors from SelectorsHub. To generate the selector, either you click on the DOM node here, or you inspect like this way, or you right click on the element and click on inspect. So these are like three ways to auto generate the selectors in SelectorsHub. Okay, now let us see the next feature, which is the very good feature and very advanced feature, smart editor. Like how you can write and verify your own XPath and CSS selector. So suppose we want to write our XPath for this label user email. So what you do, like you just start typing and you will see that SelectorsHub automatically starts suggesting the values. You need not to copy or type the complete thing. You just type one letter or one special character syntax of XPath and it will suggest you everything. So you see that as soon as you like, let's say we want to write XPath for this element, so you inspect that element like label here and then start typing. So you see that whatever auto suggest values are coming here, those will be with reference to the element which is currently selected here or inspected you call. So that you will get here. And now you see that how quickly we can complete the XPath. Like anything, you just start typing and it will start suggesting. If you want to write the like access based XPath following etc, you just start typing and it will start suggesting those values. So that way you can write the access based as well. If you see that the good part is in the like when you are writing XPath here, suppose you make any mistake here, so it will also suggest the error handling part, which is a very good feature of SelectorsHub, which helps you in learning. So if you make any mistake while writing the XPath, it will suggest you that what is wrong you are doing. So like a square bracket is missing, you can complete that. If you do anything wrong, it will suggest you like what is possible, what is not possible, what you should do. So this is very helpful feature. Next, while inspecting, suppose you want to write the CSS selector, yes, you can write the CSS selector as well here. So you just start typing and you will see that it suggests the CSS selector functions as well. This will be very helpful, and it will help like auto suggest for feature, auto smart suggest feature is very helpful from the learning perspective. Like you will see that all these new kind of functions as well, which will be very helpful for learning. Oh, there is a cap, star, dollar, end with, starts with, and contains, all those things are possible in CSS selector. If you are writing XPath, then also you will learn different kinds of functions, what all functions are possible in XPath. So like multiple things you will learn here. Same way. So this is how you can use the smart editor of SelectorsHub. Now let's see this what all other features, smart and advanced feature is there. Like suppose you are writing this XPath, you want to write a new XPath. So in that case, you need not to save this value somewhere. You can save the value in SelectorsHub. Just click on this plus button right here, the value is saved. You can get that, access that value anytime. Just click on this to edit and it will paste it here like this. You want to access previous value, click on this, it will add it and paste here. Then you can use this. Suppose you are writing generating any XPath in CSS selector, like this is generated with capital I. Like if we make it a small I, this will be not working, like it is showing 0. So if you want to make your XPath CSS selector case insensitive, you can click on this button and it will make your value case insensitive. So this way you can generate and convert your XPath CSS selector as a case insensitive CSS selector, case insensitive XPath. So that is also another great feature of SelectorsHub. Now you see that here you want, like you are getting these auto generated values and you don't want to get them, you just want to use as an editor. So in that case you can turn off this toggle and you see now it is working as an editor only, simple. You just verify your values. If you like it while typing, you get these auto suggest. Suppose you don't want to get these auto suggest as well, in that case you can turn off this auto suggest feature as well. Now you see that when you will be typing, you will not get auto suggest as well while typing. So if you want to get back, you just turn on these. So this is how you can use these features of SelectorsHub. on the top. Now the next feature is, you see that here it is attribute filter feature. Suppose it is generating with id but you don't want with id, so in that case you can uncheck this and now it will generate without id. So this is very helpful feature, a shortcut here. And suppose if any particular attribute you want to pass which is not here and you want to generate with that, let's say you want to generate with type attribute, so here you can enter the type attribute and hit enter. You see that it is generating with that. So this is how you can generate the XPath and CSS selector with your desired attribute. And you can copy this value and you can use it in your script here like this. But you see that here when you are pasting this value, you have to type this whatever command you are using in your framework. So can we get this command, like this complete command itself, from the selectors? So you will not have to type this. Yes, you can get this kind of command. There's a command feature, click on this and now you see that we are getting this complete value. Simply you can copy this and paste it here. So this way you can get any of your like command feature as well. And you see that if you are using Cypress, you can use this one, cy.get, hit enter, you get this one. You can copy this and paste it if you want. So if you want, like with you are working on Cypress, so you can select this cy.get. If you are like any other, like let's say at find by something, so whatever is your required command, you can select that and it will generate with that. Like page object model, you can copy this. So this way it will be very helpful like this. And of course, like it will also take care of that selector name as well. So this is very helpful. And for each and every feature, if you miss something, you can watch the detailed tutorial. The link is given and they have the respective tutorial there. And once you are done, you can hide these fields as well. Then if you want to generate the locators, like multiple locators, multiple XPath, you can click on this button here, capture, and then start inspecting the elements for which you want to generate. And you will see in SelectorsHub it will generate all like all possible selectors for each and every inspected element, and in one go you can generate multiple selectors. So like we have generated for 4 elements, simply copy this and paste it to your editor. So this way it is very helpful, like you can generate multiple selectors as well, multiple XPath. If you want with command, you just turn on this and there you go. So this way you see that you can generate this in single shot as well. This is a kind of like locator page you can generate in one go. You can also get in, like let's say this one you want, driver.find element, copy, go back to your editor and paste it here. So this way you can quickly complete your script. So very helpful feature. Suppose you want to inspect some dynamic element which you are not able to like easily inspect. In that case, there is a debugger feature, like some drop downs are there and you want to try to inspect. So see that this kind of drop down elements you are able to inspect, and we can see them in the DOM. But there will be like certain elements like which it is difficult to inspect those element, like this one. Let's say we want to inspect this men's t-shirt and you try to inspect this and that immediately disappear from the DOM. So in that case, how to inspect such kind of drop down elements? So for that we have debugger feature. So what you have to do, just click on this debugger button and hover on that element, make that element visible here, and within 5 seconds SelectorsHub will stop this element and then you can inspect and generate the selectors or write the selectors, whatever you want, you can do that from here. So this way you would be able to inspect these drop down elements as well through debugger of SelectorsHub. I will highly recommend to watch the detailed tutorial of debugger feature to learn more about this feature. Then here we have the smart maintenance feature. Like if you want to verify multiple XPath in one go, so you just click on this button here, then click on edit, and here you paste the value of like this complete script you paste, and this is the command, let's say, and submit. It will fetch all the XPath from your script and verify. If you just want to verify XPath, then you can turn off this command and paste the XPath here and it will verify. So this way you can verify multiple XPath as well from the selectors. So very helpful feature. Then suppose you want to generate the XPath and CSS selector with double quotes. Like by default it is generating with single quote. In that case, if you want with double quote, you just click on this, it will generate with double quote. Here you see by default you're seeing only 5. You want to see all of them, click on this expand. It will, now you can get the full view. If you want to like let's say you are seeing all these selectors are there, but you don't want to see all of them, you just want to customize them. So there's a customize feature here. You can customize them like whatever selectors you want, so that elements you just keep in the UI. Like let's say that you don't need these toggles and button, that you can hide from here. So this way it is very helpful, like whatever information you want to see, you can see that. And then if you want to like reset everything to the default functionality, click on this and it will reset things here. So this is very very helpful. Now suppose you want to generate XPath and CSS selector for relative to, let's say XPath relative to other element, axis based XPath. Yes, that is also possible. Here click on this axis button. Now you see that here you can generate, let's say we want to generate XPath for pro plans with respect to products. So first inspect the products and then inspect the pro plans, and you see that it has generated XPath for pro plans with respect to products. Suppose we want to generate XPath for enter email with respect to user email. So first inspect the user email, then inspect the enter email, and it has generated. So this way you can generate the relative XPath, axis based XPath from the SelectorsHub directly, just in few clicks. If you ever miss, there's a tutorial here. So you will always find tutorial with each and every feature in SelectorsHub so that you don't face any difficulty. SelectorsHub also helps you a lot like in learning different kinds of element. Like you inspect this element, let's say, so if this is something special, SelectorsHub will tell you that this is SVG element, this is an SVG element, it doesn't support standard XPath format, learn more. What is the standard then? What is like special here? Click on this and it will let you know that this is the special thing. If you will make any mistake, like if you try to write /svg, it will tell you that this is invalid XPath, invalid SVG XPath format. If any element will be like non-editable or non-interactable, it will let you know that what is special in that element. Let's say this element, so it is telling you that input box is disabled, enable it to enter value through automation. So this you can take care of this. It will tell you upfront those kind of information. Like if any element will be non-interactable through UI, then in that case also it will let you know that this element is non-interactable, interactable, like what kind of error you will get. Like it is telling you that this will throw you that non-interactable in exception if you will try to automate this, because this is not visible in the UI. So all those sorts of things it will tell you upfront. If any element is inside shadow DOM, it will tell you that this element is inside shadow DOM, and what is possible for that, like XPath doesn't support. It gives you the complete script, you just have to copy and paste it in your code. So I will recommend you to watch the detailed tutorial on shadow DOM in SelectorsHub YouTube channel here, so that you will learn how you can use and how you can enter the value here. And also you can verify the selectors for the shadow DOM elements here in SelectorsHub. So this is also very helpful feature. If you will try to verify when shadow DOM element is inspected and you try to XPath, verify XPath, it will let you know that XPath doesn't support shadow DOM. So this is another great feature. If element will be inside close shadow DOM or inside iframe, this will also tell you that those information. Like this is inside iframe, so it is letting you know that this element is inside iframe, and what is the iframe XPath and all, it will tell you. Like let me share this example here. So it tells you that this is the iframe XPath and this is the selectors for the inspected element. So this way you get the iframe XPath as well directly. You need not to like waste time to write the XPath for iframe. If any element inside multiple iframe, then it will tell you that this is inside 2 nested iframe or 4 iframes, iframe, both the iframe XPath, and you are getting the element XPath. So it's very quick and easy now. Similarly, like if any element will be inside multiple shadow DOM, it will tell you that this is inside 2 nested shadow DOM, and this is the selector for host 1, host 2, and then this is the element. So this is very helpful, you get the complete script. Likewise, if any element is inside shadow DOM and then that element is that shadow DOM is inside iframe, that all information also you get it here. So very helpful from that perspective, from the learning perspective. So this helps you a lot. Every kind of element, whether that is shadow DOM, iframe, svg, interactable, non-interactable, whatever it will be, it will give you all kinds of information. Now, another great, one more great feature is that it used to support the Playwright selectors as well. Like you write this kind of selectors in Playwright. Playwright supports lots of new kinds of selectors, so that you can directly verify here. You need not to run your code in debug mode and then go to console, and then there you have to type a lot of things and then you verify. No, in a standard way, just paste your Playwright selector in SelectorsHub here, and you can verify your Playwright selectors as well in SelectorsHub without any problem. So this way you can save a lot of time. And these are a couple of features of selectors are very helpful in learning, in time saving, etc. In there is a feature, context menu feature as well. Like you just right click and you can verify, you can copy the XPath value and selectors value right from the context menu as well. So this is another great feature. So like now you, so far you must have got that SelectorsHub is basically a productivity tool which helps you a lot in learning and solving all kinds of problem related to XPath and selectors. But you know that there is a pro version as well, which is super advanced and super fast and very helpful in productivity. Like you see that, let me just give a quick glimpse of selectors of pro as well here. So this is the pro version, guys. If you want to get started with pro version, so just select this pro version here, and you have to install and take the subscription of it, and separately just 2-3 steps are there to get started with this, so that you can check it out here from the website. Now here you see that if you have to like you see that there is an inspect button. If you want to generate access based XPath, how quick it will be with the SelectorsHub Pro, you just select the inspector here and first inspect this password, then this, it will generate. If you want to generate for pro plans with respect to products, first inspect this, you can inspect this. So very fast and very quick. Lot more features are there, like this inspector feature is there. Then you see that if you right click in the pro version, you will directly see the value before copying it, while in free version you have to just see, you can just copy but you can't see that those values. Here you will see those values as well. There are like more advanced feature in pro version. Here you will see that you have all the features upfront. You have this inspector, you have this attribute filter. In attribute filter you get the options of generating selectors without attribute as well. The code feature, inside code feature you get multiple commands as well, more commands there. In POM as well, more features. In maintenance there are more features. Customization, there is a lot of great features here. You can generate the Playwright selectors as well. You can get the auto generated Playwright selectors as well in pro version. So that is another great feature, that you just inspect the element here, and like you will get the Playwright selectors automatically generated. In the pro version you can automatically get to know that whether the XPath is dynamic or stable. That is also a great feature. You have the advanced XPath search feature in pro version. Like here you see that you just inspect the element, it will let you know that whether the element is dynamic or static. So those kinds of things are very helpful in the pro version. So so really great features are there in pro version. Like here you see that, like if we inspect this element, Google search here, so you see that there is a button here. You just click on this, it will let you know that this is a stable XPath or dynamic XPath. So it is letting you know that this is a stable XPath. So very helpful feature. Here you can save the value, lot of values you can save, and there you will get more options like edit, copy, delete, and multiple values you can save. Like in free version there is a limit, but here there is no limit. So all those things you will get here. So very helpful pro version. You get the smart search as well. Like here you see that you can go next, and you see that you can traverse all the way back and forth. So all those great features are there in pro version. So very helpful, very time saving. Just try this pro version, I will highly recommend, and it will be very useful and very cheap. It's almost again free only, uh, just like hardly like $1 or $2 pricing is there. So just go and check it out. This is very helpful. You can take a free trial of this. So I hope you will enjoy the Selectors Hub, and you are enjoying it. It will definitely help you guys a lot. It will save a lot of time. Please do share it with your colleagues and let others know about this great innovation. And please let us know your thoughts in the comment section, how this is helping, and how you are learning about Selectors Hub, how it is helping you guys on your day-to-day work. And please do share if you want to write the if you want to write blogs, you want to create tutorial on Selectors, so feel free to create that. Feel free to write blogs on Selectors Hub, let others know. And if you want to share, I will like, my humble request, please do share about Selectors Hub in LinkedIn, Twitter, and let others know, because still many people are facing a lot of challenges while writing XPath and Selectors. They are not aware about this great plugin and this great innovation. So please let others know. Thank you so much.